I will call the public hearing for April 28, 2025 to order. We have 4 items on the public hearing. First item is ordinance 2510, an ordinance establishing 15-mile-an-hour speed limit on Gas Line Road in District 4. Anyone here to speak on that? No one here on that. We'll go to the next one. Ordinance 2511, an ordinance to authorize the sale of a certain 8.33 acre piece or parcel of property surplus in TP Ordinance 2306 in Tickfaw to the Consolidated Gravity Drainage District of Tangipahoa Parish. Anyone here to speak on that? The third item is an ordinance amending and enacting Chapter 38, Solid Waste 3, Solid Waste Facilities, Section 38180, definitions in Section 38187, criteria for solid waste facility sites. Anyone here to speak on that? Item 4, an ordinance to grant a variance to Section 36112, Special Classification Property Development Standards, Density for Michael Petito, Assessment Number 528609, Lot 9 in District 3. No one here to speak on that. I will close the public hearing, call the council meeting to order. I'd ask you if you have a cell phone to please mute it or turn it off. And I will do the invocation, and Councilman Sinagra will do the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand and bow your head. Lord Jesus, thank you for the goodness and mercy that we receive from you every day. We're here today to discuss topics that will help move this parish forward. Please come and take center stage in this meeting. Give us ideas to be able to stand head and shoulders above other parishes and allow us to continue to enhance the quality of life for our citizens. Grant us the wisdom to make this meeting a productive one. Remove any distractions that would keep it unproductive. Protect all of our military and our first responders. Keep them out of harm's way. Also, Lord, keep in mind all of those who are dealing with medical conditions. We start this meeting with you, and we will end it with you. Thank you, Lord, and amen. Mr. Sinagra?
All veterans and military, please render the proper salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Jill, would you call roll, please?
Mr. Sinagra.
Here.
Mr. Ingraffia. Here. Mr. Joseph.
Present.
Mr. Havis.
Here.
Mr. Richtel.
Here.
Mr. Mayhew.
Here.
Mr. Wells.
Here.
Mr. Vial.
Here.
Ms. Hyde. Here. Ms. Ciotat.
Adoption of the minutes of the regular meeting of April 14th, 2025.
I so move, Mr. Chairman.
As a first by Mr. Wells, is there a second?
Yes.
That was Mr. Joseph. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Ingraffia.
Yes.
Mr. Joseph.
Yes.
Mr. Havis.
Yes.
Mr. Richtel.
Yeah.
Mr. Mayhew.
Yes.
Mr. Wells.
Yes.
Mr. Vial.
Yes.
Ms. Hyde.
Yes.
Ms. Ciotat.
Yes.
Mr. Sinagra.
Yes.
Passes 10-0. Public input. Anyone wishing to address agenda items which were not on the public hearing? There being none, Mr. Miller, we will move on to the parish president's report.
Okay. Uh-oh.
What? Oh, is there something? You want this one?
You can take it.
Here. We just didn't want to hear from you tonight.
That's perfectly fine. Good evening. I have one item on the agenda, so we'd been finished if that mic would have worked. Approval to purchase off of state contract a John Deere 75P excavator for road and bridge. Doggett of Baton Rouge holds this contract, and the excavator with the attachments that are necessary to work will cost $130,859.12.
Any questions, Mr. Miller? Is there a motion?
So move.
Mr. Joseph, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second with Ms. Hyde. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Joseph.
Yes.
Mr. Havis.
Yes.
Mr. Richtel.
Yes.
Mr. Mayhew.
Yes.
Mr. Wells.
Yes.
Mr. Vial.
Yes.
Ms. Hyde.
Yes.
Ms. Ciotat.
Yes.
Mr. Sinagra.
Yes.
Mr. Ingraffia.
Yeah. Motion's passed 10-0. Anything
That's
else,
all I
Mr.
have.
Miller?
Anybody have any questions?
Any questions, Mr. Miller?
Thank you all.
If not, we'll move into regular business. And the first business is a proclamation in honor of Charles Baglio, or Coach Bags, as he is known. Okay, and I think Mr. Joseph, Mr. Havis will handle that. There's a proclamation in here. And I know they're going to have a lot to say about Coach Bags, but actually, he was coaching at Independence when I played football at Hammond High School. I remember.
And I'm sure Coach Bags won that game, too. Look, before the family comes up, let me say this to everybody. Several months ago, Councilman Havis and I got together. He represents part of Independence, and I do as well. So we coordinated our efforts, and we decided to, one of the best ways to honor Coach Bags for what he has meant to Independence as a community, what he has meant to Independence High School as a head football coach, and what he meant to, most importantly, to all the students and the football players that he molded and steered in the right direction. Even when those kids left high school, they all came back to check on Coach Bags. Wherever he saw them, he had to give them a long conversation. And Coach Bags just didn't stop with Independence. When he left us, he went on to coach and service all those young men at LSU. So we always call Coach Bags the GOAT. And we don't mean that disparagingly. If you know what I mean when I say the GOAT, who knows what I mean? The greatest of all time. That was Coach Charles Baglio. So I would like for his family members to join Joe Havis and I at the podium, and we're going to present the proclamation to you. And also Coach Don Wilson, who was a dear friend of Coach Bags. Don would asked if he could come and present a picture to you all, but Don's family member had a bad accident in Baton Rouge, couldn't be here tonight, so he asked us if we would go on and do the presentation to the family as well. So we'll do that, and perhaps Don may come at another time to express his heartfelt feelings for Coach Bags. So if you all would join us at the podium, please, family members.
Louis, if you're gonna need a mic, you might want to take.
I think Robbie fixed
I'm gonna use Robbie's.
it.
Okay.
It's fixed. All right. Okay.
Turn the mic on.
Louis, need to turn mic on.
Okay. All right, the proclamation reads, whereas Charles Baglio, affectionately known as Coach Bags, a native of Independence, Louisiana, left a mark on the world of sports and education, but more importantly, on the countless lives he touched. And whereas Coach Bags' career spanned over 5 decades, beginning with 34 years at Independence High School, where he served as head coach for 22 years. And whereas Coach Bags led the Independence High School football team to 9 district titles and 2 state championship appearances, posting a head coaching career record of 205 victories, making him one of the winningest coach in Louisiana history. And whereas Coach Bag was inducted into the Louisiana High School Sports Hall of Fame in 2001, and in 2004, he was honored with induction into the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame. And whereas in July of 2002, Coach Bags joined the LSU football staff and played a key role through 3 head coaches, 3 national championships, numerous bowl victories, and 4 SEC titles. Wow. Whereas Coach Bags was known for his sharp mind and competitive spirit, his greatest pride was mentoring and shaping the young athletes who looked up to him. Now therefore be it known, the Tangipahoa Parish Council President Government does hereby honor Coach Baggs' life, achievements, and enduring legacy. In witness whereof, we do hereunto set our signatures and have caused to be affixed the official seal of the parish of Tangipahoa on the 28th day of April 2025 in Tangipahoa Parish, signed off Robbie Miller, President, Tangipahoa Parish Government, David P. VL, Councilman, Tangipahoa Parish Council, Chairman, Tangipahoa Parish Council. And I present this to his brother, Freddie Baglio. All right, Freddie?
I sure appreciate it, and I want to thank you, Mr. Havers.
Come to the mic.
I got a big mouth.
Okay.
I want to thank you and Mr. Havers for the effort that you put into this, and I really do, from my heart, appreciate it.
Okay.
Now, I tell you what I would like to do.
All right.
You know, my brother had some great coaches under him
True.
to make him what he was.
Yes, sir.
And we have one here tonight that came back home to Independence, and that's head coach Sammy Messina. I would like for him to step up here, please. Sammy, if you would, you know, if I put this on my wall, I might not be here long. And they might sell a house, so I don't know. If you would, I would appreciate you accepting this and putting it at the school.
That is beautiful. Great idea. And I think that's a great idea. And that way, all of his football players and former players get the opportunity to see what Bags meant. This is, I'll show this to everybody. This, Coach Don Wilson, the legendary Coach Don Wilson, would have been here tonight to present this to the family as well. But one of his family members had a serious accident. Coach could not be here tonight, so we asked if we would present this to the family as well. So, once more and again, Freddie, present it to you on behalf of Coach Wilson.
Coach Wilson calls me regularly,
Okay.
talks to me about my brother,
Okay.
and I will return his call, and thank you.
Outstanding.
And I appreciate, if I left somebody out, I want everybody to know how much we appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Well, I like to give the family a chance to say something they would like to. Y'all good, Jack? Everybody good? Joe?
Done great. Well, I mean, you said it all, Mr. Lewis. I can tell you, just mostly everybody in this room at one time or another has touched Coach Bags. I know that man right there. That's just like his son right there.
Yeah.
But all of us growing up around Independence, I mean, he's a staple. I mean, everybody knows him. He do anything he could for everybody, and
Good.
we can honor him.
Well, one more thing. I like for Coach, anybody, John, Luke, we're gonna take a picture with the family, please. Where should we get?
Probably get over here. Get over here. Robbie Miller, you need to get up in here.
Weren't you Amy today?
Thank you all very much.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a good evening.
Okay, Coach.
Okay, we're now getting to adoption of ordinances. Item 3 is going to be tabled, left on the table. they'll be at the next meeting. Now get into adoption of ordinances. Let's see. Okay. First item is adoption of ordinance 2510, an ordinance establishing 15-mile-an-hour speed limit on Gasline Road in District 4. Mr. Havis.
Yes, I'll make that motion.
Second? Second was Mr. Sinagro. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Havis.
Yes.
Mr. Richtel.
Yeah.
Mr. Mayhew.
Yes.
Mr. Wells.
Yes.
Mr. Bial.
Yes.
Ms. Hyde.
Yes.
Ms. Ciotat.
Yes.
Mr. Sinagra.
Yes.
Mr. Ingraffia.
Yes.
Mr. Joseph.
Yes.
Item 5 is, passes 10-0. Item
Chair.
5, yes, I'm sorry.
Was number 3 taken off?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's on the table. We left it on the table. The person that was coming got tied up in traffic, couldn't make it, so they'll be at the next meeting. Item 5, adoption of ordinance 2511, an ordinance to authorize the sale of a certain 8.33 acre piece of land surplus by Tangipahoa Parish Ordinance 2306 in Tickfaw to the Consolidated Gravity Drainage District Number 1 of Tangipahoa Parish. It's a government-to-government sale for fair market value being $50,000. Motion?
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Havis. Second was Mr. Mayhew, I think. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Richtel.
Yes.
Mr. Mayhew.
Yes.
Mr. Wells.
Yes.
Mr. Bial.
Yes.
Ms. Hyde.
Yes.
Ms. Ciotat.
Yes.
Mr. Sinagra.
Yes.
Mr. Ingraffia.
Yes.
Mr. Joseph.
Yes.
Mr. Havis.
Yes.
Passes 10-0. Item 6, ordinance 2512, an ordinance amending and enacting Chapter 38, Solid Waste, Article 3, Solid Waste Facilities, Section 38-180, definitions, and Section 38-187, criteria for solid waste facility sites, transfer stations.
I so move.
A motion by Ms. Hyde. Is there a second?
Second.
Second was Sinagra.
Sinagra.
Call roll, please.
Mr. Mayhew.
Yes.
Mr. Wells.
Yes.
Mr. Bial.
Yes.
Ms. Hyde.
Yes.
Ms. Ciotat.
Yes.
Mr. Sinagra.
Yes.
Mr. Ingraffia.
Yeah.
Mr. Joseph.
Yes.
Mr. Havis.
Yes.
Mr. Richtel.
Yes.
Okay, item 7, ordinance 2513, an ordinance to grant a variance to section 36112, special classification property development standards, density for Michael Petito, assessment number 528609, lot 9 in District 3. This went to the Planning Commission and was voted to recommend allowing for the placement of this home on this property. One of the issues here was a parish widening project had basically taken some of the property. So it was described as .45 acres. It was recommended by the Planning Commission.
I'd like to make that motion, Mr. Chairman, it pass muster with the staff as well as the planning commission. That's a move.
Okay, Mr. Joseph is the first. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Havis. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Wells.
I abstain.
Mr. Bial.
Yes.
Ms. Hyde.
Yes.
Ms. Ciotat.
Yes.
Mr. Sinagra.
Yes.
Mr. Ingraffia.
Yeah.
Mr. Joseph.
Yes.
Mr. Havis.
Yes.
Mr. Richtel.
Yes.
Mr. Mayhew.
Yes.
Passes 9-0-1, one abstention. Okay, all righty, we get an adoption of resolutions. First one is a resolution of the Tangipahoa Parish Council authorizing the parish president as a designated authority to execute any and all documents in regards to certain project H015, H62, US 51, AMET pedestrian improvements. Anything there, Mr. Miller?
It's a grant that we got to put a sidewalk in going north toward the arena outside of AMET.
Okay. Any questions on that?
I'd like to make that motion.
Mr. Joseph, is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Sinagra, would you call roll, please?
Mr. Bial.
Yes.
Ms. Hyde.
Yes.
Ms. Ciotat.
Yes.
Mr. Sinagra.
Yes.
Mr. Ingraffia.
Yes.
Mr. Joseph.
Yes.
Mr. Havis.
Yes.
Mr. Richtel. Mr. Mayhew.
Yes.
Mr. Wells.
Passes 10-0. The next item is a resolution 2512, a resolution to foster economic development between Tangipahoa Parish, Louisiana, and the Scenic Rivers Development Alliance, comprised of Pike County, Franklin County, Amite County, Wilkinson County, Walthall County, and the city of Macomb, Mississippi. And Mr. Nick Gagliano is here, and Joseph Parker from the Scenic Rivers Development Alliance with some board members, and I think they will give us a little information on what we have here. We did have a meeting on this a couple, 3 weeks ago, but they're here to kind of give the full council what we're doing here.
Good afternoon. Thank you, council members. I'm going to introduce Joseph Parker. He's the Executive Director for the Scenic Rivers Development Alliance. We started working with this crew about a year ago, and I saw the energy and synergy that we could possibly create by having a resolution just making some introductions between these 5 counties and the city of Macomb and Tangipahoa Parish, the Scenic Rivers Development Alliance for Economic Development. So with that, I'm going to turn over to Joseph Parker. He can give a little background about Scenic Rivers and the resolution that's before you tonight.
Thank you.
Just your name and address for the record, please.
Joseph Parker, the Director for Scenic Rivers Development Alliance. And I do appreciate the invitation and opportunity. And you have a champion for Tangipahoa Parish, and Mr. Nick back here. He's been up to visit with us a number of times on some marketing efforts that we've been working on. He's helped us redo our website and some things like that. So really appreciate your efforts to help us move forward. The Scenic Rivers Development Alliance is an idea that was created back in 2007-8 when the national recession was kind of taking place. And people in Southwest Mississippi were trying to figure out what can we do to become relevant again? How can we get everybody to work together? When you look at the other parts of our state, North Mississippi has the Golden Triangle, you move the Delta, the Pine Belt, Gulf Coast region, and things like that. But Southwest Mississippi had never had a collective group of people working together for economic development. And so fast forward from 2008, from the idea to 2012, we had an interlocal agreement passed between a couple of the counties and cities there just saying we can work together in an economic development fashion. 2018, we actually had legislation passed, local and private legislation, helping us, we created the Scenic Rivers Development Alliance as a political subdivision of the state of Mississippi. So we're a governmental organization. We have to follow the same state purchasing guidelines and laws that you would have to do on a regular basis. Bonding capacity goes through our alliance members, the counties and towns that we have and such as that. But the shorter version of it is we got together so we could build relationships so that we could work together across the county lines. When you looked at the other parts of the state and the funds that were coming on the state, federal side for different programs and events and activities or industry, it was because they were all working together. I used to be the city administrator for the city of Macomb for a number of years, and on one of our projects we went to Jackson, our state capital, asking for some funds the same way. And again, as we're asking for these funds, we're asking individually on behalf of a city or a county or a town. But we went back and asked collectively, and that was it wasn't a requirement, but it was a strong recommendation from folks at the Capitol. Work together, and it's more easily to fund everybody that way. And so that's what we've done. And so doing that has paid off in big dividends for us so far. Again, in our infancy still. We're relatively new still. When you look at a regional alliance across the rest of our state, most of them have been formed for over 20 or 30 years. And so 2018 to now, just a handful of years, we're just kind of getting things started. And so when Nick suggested the idea of coming down here to visit with you and work in this capacity, it was excellent for us. We have more in common with each other than we have unalike. There's a number of people that will travel from your area. We manage Quail Golf Course at Percy Quinn State Park. And if you ride out and look at the car tags in our parking lot, there's a number of them. About 85%, as a matter of fact, come from Louisiana. My wife and I, we love to come down and eat at the Boston here. Not trying to give props to a specific restaurant, but again, we love to come down here to meet in the Tangipahoa Parish and do some shopping and things like that. My mom and dad met down here at Southeastern. So we have a family relationship between each other here in the counties and parishes that you have here that are, again, a lot of things in common. So we're just looking forward to the opportunity to pass this resolution. It just opens the door a little more formally to the communication that we can have across the state lines. There's a lot of folks back in Mississippi that are paying attention to this tonight, so we hope that it's successful so that we can go back and talk about some next steps, some things we can do. Again, there's no vote that you're swapping dollars tonight. We're not trying to do anything like that. This is just saying that we can work together across the county lines and parish lines here from one state to the other. So I'll take any questions you have, or I can explain again for another hour if you'd like.
Any questions? Any questions from the board? Ginger, any comments? Okay, say that again, I'm sorry.
We're a board, she said.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Just so we understand, the idea is, just like we talk about any kind of development, that obviously we want to fight for Tangipahoa Parish first. And if we can't do that, then we want our neighboring parishes to get it in the region. If we can't do that, we want Louisiana to get it. Well, being that we have so much in common with this section of Mississippi, that if they do well, it can help us too. Our folks can go work up there, they can shop there, that vice versa, like he just said, where they come down to shop with us, and jobs cross those state lines. the idea that we're going to make Pike County part of Tangipahoa Parish, we're not talking about that tonight. But in any case, it's just, we just think it's a good relationship, so we have somebody to talk to. If a big event's coming, or big industrial employers coming, it's going to affect all of that region that you see there, and it's just good to already have the communications open for that.
So we could amend this tonight, and for every tag at Percy Quinn State Park, we would get $100.
David,
Yes, sir.
I think this is a great opportunity for the parish in general, but you guys know this is a great opportunity for the northern end of the parish. Yeah, so we appreciate your effort. I love it.
Any other comments? Anyone?
Keep the ball rolling.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Is there a motion?
I so move.
Motion by Mr. Joseph, is there a second?
Second.
Second was Mr. Sinagra. He's on a roll tonight. Would you call roll, please?
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Ciotat?
Yes.
Mr. Sinagra?
Yeah.
Mr. Graffia?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Havis?
Yes.
Mr. Richtel?
Yes.
Mr. Mayu?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Vial?
Yes. Thank y'all. Okay, next is board, it passes 10-0. Next is board appointments, and I'll take these. We got second term appointments. If y'all would like, we'll take all those together. Steve Nelson, District 2, Linda Wicker, District 3, Jeanette Patinella, District 4, and Vic Cuvion, District 5. And those would all be to serve second terms.
And they're all good people, too.
Is there a motion?
So move.
Mr. Ridgel was the first. Is there a second?
Second.
Second was
You're good
Mr.
people.
Graffia.
Ingraffia. Call roll, please.
Mr. Sinagra?
Yes.
Mr. Graffia?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Havis?
Yes.
Mr. Richtel?
Yep.
Mr. Mayu?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Vial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Ciotat?
Yes.
Okay, now we'll take the next three, and we had one we add, we'll have to amend the agenda for that one, but approve, reappoint, serve first term after serving unexpired term be Carolyn Howard in District 8, that is mine. Approve new appointment to serve first term Dennis PV District 10, so I'll take a motion on those two.
I so move.
Ciotat.
Mr. Tat, is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Ingraffia, would you call roll, please?
Mr. Graffia?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Havis?
Yes.
Mr. Richtel?
Yes.
Mr. Mayu?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Vial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Ciotat?
Yes.
Mr. Sinagra?
Yes.
All right, the reappointments went 10-0, and these reappointments went 10-0. Now I need a motion to amend the agenda for Trey Hawkins, District 9.
I so move.
Ms. Hyde, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Ciotat, and that's to amend. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Havis?
Yes.
Mr. Richtel?
Yes.
Mr. Mayu?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Vial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Ciotat?
Yes.
Mr. Sinagra?
Yes.
Mr. Graffia?
Yes.
All right, I just need a motion to appoint.
I so move.
Ms. Hyde first, is there a second? Second. Ms. Ciotat, call roll, please.
Mr. Havis?
Yes.
Mr. Richtel?
Yes.
Mr. Mayu? Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Vial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Ciotat?
Yes.
Mr. Sinagra?
Yes.
Mr. Graffia?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Passes 10-0. Beer, wine, liquor permits?
None.
Any? Legal matters?
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Any councilman privileges?
We have a fire board meeting after, so we'll take a short recess.
Okay.
I do have one, Mr. Chairman. So this weekend, Italian Festival in Tangipahoa Parish, really good festival for them down there, but I really want to give a shout out to Ginger, Tysan, and I call it the Litter Patrol. She is on it. That girl is on it. Her, Miss Linda, the whole team, the grounds was immaculate. And I'm gonna be honest with you, with the trash cans and the litter receptacles, the recycle receptacles, it seems like people are catching on and actually using it. But I thought I just got to give a shout out to Ginger. She is awesome for this parish.
Yeah, man. David, I want to irritate my finance committee members a little bit. They kind of got on to me about some of the things going on in my district, positive things, but I want to get on them one more time. I want to thank whomever, Rob, is responsible for overland from Independence to Amen.
They did that just for you, so when you come this way, okay?
Oh, man, it's beautiful. I looked at it today, I said, my God, I got to call DOTD on this. But I am going to do that. Yeah, it's looking great. I appreciate that.
All righty. Anything else? Anybody else?
Sorry.
Go ahead and rub it in, all right? Not to mention, I think we're gonna overlay from Amy East, right? Yeah.
Things done out
Yeah, that's going on too. Anyone else with councilman privileges? All righty. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved by Mr. Joseph. Second. Any objections?
Oh, my
Hearing no
goodness.
objections, meeting adjourned.